Let's get more on that Super Sunday victory for Manchester United at Anfield. We can talk to a very happy Manchester United fan now, Chris Edwards. Right, you will be delighted to be on this morning, I'm sure. Chris, your first win at Anfield since 2016. I know it was a great result. What did you think of the performance?
It was absolutely brilliant. The rain forecast said it was going to be rainy today, but I know it's sunshine across all of Manchester for us Manchester United fans. I think the performance was absolutely brilliant. We kind of built on the performance we put in against Arsenal at the start of the season. We've been a bit unlucky with some games going on from there, but I'm really, really happy and ecstatic. You can see grinning from cheek to cheek, ear to ear about the result yesterday.
How did you feel about Amorim before the Sunderland game, and how do you feel about him now?
If I'm being honest with you, and just to keep consistency, I have been someone who thought Amorim should be out of a job. I think from last season, I didn't see enough, and I didn't see enough this season as well with some of the in-game management, the tactics, the substitutions. So I did also think that Amorim should probably be on his way out, but he has delivered against Sunderland, but that's something that's BAU to him, being able to deal with the promoted sides. And again, against the top sides as well, he seems to have found a little bit of a niche there and led to us being only 3 points behind Man City. So, I guess at this point, Sir Jim's already given him the go-ahead to stay for up to his 3 years. So as a Manchester United fan, I always want the team to do well. So if they're backing Amorim, then I will support as much as I can and see what he can do for the rest of the season.
Chris, I like how you was consistent with saying about Amorim that you wanted him out. But even like yesterday and Sunday, nobody was saying anything about the formation. I thought the way he dealt with that game was brilliant yesterday. Manchester United was superb. But as I look at it, Matheus Cunha, for me, has been a standout player for Manchester United since he'd come. Even before, against Burnley in the first 20 minutes, he did everything right, and then he got his injury. When he come off, Man United kind of lost their way. Yesterday, I see someone that was an ultimate kind of leader on the pitch and really grabbed hold of the game by the scruff of the neck. It was like, give me the ball at all the times and I will carry this team up the pitch.
Yeah, he's that kind of Manchester United maverick, that person that has a bit of that je ne sais quoi, that bit of skill and kind of effervescence to him. So I really like Cunha. I do think that in the first half, it was a little bit more quieter because he was playing in the kind of false nine position. But when you get him into his normal, more natural position on the left side of the 10, we actually saw him get back into his own, get back into his rhythm, demand the ball, as you've said, and kind of just really thrust it at the heart of Liverpool's defence. So, yeah, really, really happy with Cunha's signing and how he's been playing.
How devastated would you be if after beating Liverpool away, you go and lose it against Brighton on Saturday, it is, at home?
Well, Brighton has been Manchester United's new age bogey team because we've really, really suffered against Brighton, and it doesn't matter what players they've got, what players they've sold, new managers, they've always just found a way to beat us. So it would be kind of devastating for us to kind of lose that streak at the moment. I think I'd love to keep the momentum, get a couple of games in the running. United Strand, I believe, needs to cut his hair. So we need to get to the 5-game win streak so he can cut his hair. So, yeah, I think we need to kind of just keep the momentum going, keep the buoyancy in the fans and kind of keep the morale high with the players.
Chris, on it as well, I think it's gone over under the radar. Well, not to say under the radar. He scored the match winner yesterday, but it was a lot of talk about the game. People were surprised that Harry Maguire was starting over Lenny Yoro, etc. The manager put him in because that's what he wanted to do. He went and scored the winner. For me, it just shows how well he's dealt with the whole scenario of being at Manchester United, because he has been the scapegoat. He has been, when stuff's gone wrong, it's Harry Maguire's fault. They've tried to get him out of the club, tried to go on loan. He's obviously stayed. And then yesterday, he showed his brilliance, what we've seen for the country when he's played for England. And then he went and got that match winner. It was like something that he deserved for me. Seeing the way he was yesterday, I thought, do you know what? You are someone that is comfortable playing at Manchester United, no matter about the background noise that unfortunately follows him around.
Yeah, I've got to admit, again, Harry Maguire was someone that I also thought was on his way out. I think all of us were in unison in that thought process as well, because there was a bit of rumbling from the bad situation that happened before. I won't reference too much on that, but he's really, really turned it around and really shown that he's willing to be here, willing to fight and kind of show the grit that you need to be a Manchester United player. So I think the way that we're using him now, and specifically in the last year or so, has really shown and elevated his strengths. And I think Amorim, I've got to give him a round of applause in regards to how he used him yesterday. I also thought Euro should have started just to kind of give us a little bit more pace, but Amorim was a bit more in control of course, the tactics he was using, and because we were kind of relying a little bit more on the long ball system as opposed to playing out from the back, he knew that he needed someone with a bit more experience, a bit more ability in the air, just to kind of combat any kind of counter-attacks Liverpool might have over the top of our midfield. So, yeah, he's done absolutely brilliantly, and Harry Maguire, hats off to you.
A quick one to end with, Chris. We're asking everybody if Manchester United can finish in the top 6. If you think they can, why can't they finish top 5 and potentially get Champions League?
Well, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves at the moment. I've said it before, I don't want to be a negative Nancy. At the start end of the season, before it kicked off, I did say 8th or 7th place would be a brilliant kind of finishing place for us to be at this point of our development under Amorim. I think as it stands, we're 3 points behind Manchester City. We're still weak in the goal difference area. We're on -1. We're still conceding way too many goals. However, I believe we're 3rd in the XG league. So we just need to kind of convert.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as an XG league, Chris. That does not exist. There's no trophies for XG, Chris. Chris, I know you're very, very happy today. You're gonna enjoy that win for a long time. Well done. Thanks for coming on.